Hello and welcome to another episode of Wars of the 1500s. This video details the Portuguese-Mamluk naval war that was fought between Portugal against the Mamluk Sultanate and the Ottoman Empire. In 1498, Vasco da Gama became the first European sailor to reach India by sea. This allowed the Portuguese to buy luxury goods directly from the source and cut into the Silk Road monopoly that was traditionally dominated by Venetian traders and Islamic powers like the Mamluks and the Ottomans. Portuguese explorers established bases in Islamic countries along Africa and constructed forts and trading posts in Africa and Asia to resupply ships, trade with natives, and control sea lanes to India. Portugal soon solidified control of the spice trade and many other goods from India to Europe. The Casa de India, which was the Portuguese trading company established by the monarchy, maintained a royal monopoly on the trade of pepper, cloves, and cinnamon, and levied a 30% tax on the profits of all other goods. By 1510, Portugal was making so much money off the trade of spices alone that the King of France, Francis I, dubbed Portuguese King Manuel I the Grocer King. In 1506, 65% of the state income of Portugal was generated from taxes on overseas activity. The Portuguese realized that they could increase their profits by cutting down on other countries' trade. The largest power in the Arabian Sea in the early 1500s was the Mamluk Sultanate. In 1503, the Portuguese robbed and sunk an Egyptian merchant ship, and in 1504 they robbed and sunk 17 more Egyptian ships. The Portuguese blockaded the Red Sea and arrested Muslim merchants. These moves by Portugal caused the prices of spices and other Indian goods to skyrocket in Europe, increasing profits for Portugal. In 1505, a Mamluk expedition was organized against the Portuguese. The Mamluks allied themselves with Indian rulers, and together in 1507 they laid siege to a Portuguese fortress in Cannonore in India, but the siege was defeated by the Portuguese. In 1507 the Mamluks sent a fleet of 50 vessels to India, and in 1508 fought the Battle of Chual. The Mamluks and their Indian allies defeated the Portuguese fleet off the coast of India. A second naval battle was fought in 1508, but this time the Portuguese were victorious. In 1513, the Portuguese tried to completely halt Mamluk trade in the Red Sea. They sent a fleet commanded by Albuquerque to Aden to attempt to take the city, but the assault failed. Albuquerque destroyed the port of Camaran and attempted to sail to Jeddah, but failed to do so due to contrary winds. He bombarded Aden again and then withdrew from the Red Sea. While the campaign was a strategic failure, its proximity to the holy cities of Mecca and Medina concerned the Mamluks, who asked the Ottoman Empire for assistance. In 1514, the Ottomans accepted the Mamluks' request for assistance and sent 2,000 men to Suez. Jeddah and Alexandria were reinforced, and the Mamluks invested heavily in a new fleet. In 1516, the Ottomans turned on the Mamluks and attacked them, leaving the Mamluks unable to wage a naval war against the Portuguese. The Portuguese set up more trading posts in India and further crippled Mamluk revenues, leaving them unable to fight off the Ottomans on land. The Portuguese-Mamluk naval war ended in 1517 when the Mamluk Sultanate was absorbed by the Ottoman Empire.